This loan company only targets the most dangerous clients. Crime bosses, killers, hitmen. The worse someone is, the more interested they are. Even stranger, their interest rates are sky high, yet their debt collection success rate is 100%. Today's collection was even more outrageous. The debtor was serving time in prison, yet the collector, Titan, personally showed up. He didn't bother hiding his intentions. He bluntly pointed out the massive debt, 20 billion won. Half was principal, the other half was an enormous pile of interest, which kept climbing. In just one day, it had increased by another 200 million. Jack coldly reminded him that if he sold off his businesses and cars, he might be able to raise enough money. All he had to do was sign the contract, and their company would handle the rest. But gang leader Taylor wasn't intimidated. He brushed off the threat, unfazed by someone coming to shake him down inside prison. Jack called Taylor by name, his tone hardening. He stressed again that he represented Angel Capital Group, a company that lends exclusively to criminals because they're the easiest to collect from. The logic sounded insane, but Jack's explanation was brutally precise. People like Taylor lived outside the law. They had no legal protection, wouldn't seek legitimate help, and no one cared what happened to them. The most terrifying part was what Jack revealed next. In the past 100 years, he had never once failed at collecting. But how could a man who looked barely over 40 have a century of experience? Taylor dismissed it as madness and laughed it off. But once Jack left prison, he made a call and spent 200 million won to bail Taylor out. Back on the streets, Taylor strutted around with his crew until Jack called again, letting him know who had arranged his release and that he was already on his way. Taylor immediately gathered all his men, including pro fighters and boxing champions, determined to teach this debt collector a lesson. But the outcome was nothing like he expected. Jack faced them alone and swiftly knocked every one of Taylor's men to the ground, leaving them helpless. Realizing he was in serious trouble, Taylor panicked, opened his safe, and handed over all his money. What he didn't know was that Jack wasn't even human. His existence had already stretched on for centuries, maybe even millennia.